Hello, everybody. Let's see if this works. Let's see if this works. All right, we're going to see if this works. Chat, let me know if you can hear me.
Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mic is echoey. That's because I am on the wrong setting. Check 1, check 2. That should be better. I think that should be better. I don't think it's working still, but we're going to try it again here in just a second. One second, everybody. Checking some stuff here. This is frustrating. This is very frustrating. We're going to try it, everybody. We're going to see if it works. It's being really weird. It's doing the same thing. It's telling me to verify my game files and all that stuff. It could just be a time-related thing. Maybe the PTU is just getting hit really, really hard right now. I don't know. But I've copied my files over.
Unexpected technical support stream.
Yeah, it's possible. It does happen. But that's okay. We're gonna be able to bring up the ship pages again, just like we did. That won't be a problem, and we can still discuss them. So stand by, everybody. We are working on the problem. Okay, bear with me. This is called Star Citizen. If you didn't know, this is called Star Citizen. I'm just getting my windows back up. PTU is definitely getting slammed. Verdigris just said. All right, let's try this again.
Yeah, I ran a recopy and I'm not even seeing it hit my account yet.
Did you log out and not be able to get back in?
I logged out. I think I can get back in. Let me actually try though. I haven't tried because my account hasn't actually recopied yet. So
gotcha. Did I try logging in and out of my account? No. Let me try that though. Why not? Sounds like a good enough thing to try, right? Let me go ahead and fully quit the launcher. Yeah, why not? Why not try that? That's a good idea. We'll try it. Let's see here. Mayhem says the Stinger's borked. They've recopied their account multiple times now. Again, it's first PTU night here, so let's all right, let me log back into the RSI launcher now. Ender says he's not allowed in the PTU. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to try to come back in. Let me know if you can get in, BM.
give me a second. I'll check it out.
Yep.
See if we can get in.
Drop my phone on my keyboard. All right, let me go to my two-factor authentication. Got to keep our stuff tight. Okay. All right, everybody, we're going to try it again here. Putting in the authentication code, and we are authenticating. The account has been copied. We're going to try it now. We're launching the game. Fingers crossed it works.
That's the same numbers on my luggage.
There we go. It doesn't look like it's working. That's okay. We're going to have to just talk about the ships. We're just going to have to do it the old school way. JC Kaboom asks the age-old question, Grim, when Stinger in Viewer? Well, I can answer that, Kaboom. It'll be when it's run through StarFab and run through Conform. That sometimes takes some time, especially a ship like the Stinger. Maybe it's, it's who knows. All ships are kind of different sometimes and require a little bit of that manual work. VMXEO's in chat with me here, and he can speak to that a little bit. But sometimes they take time. We do push to get them done and into the game or into the fleet viewer as quickly as possible. But it does take a little time, just depends on the ship, depends on the shaders, all that good stuff. Yeah, it's just telling me to verify my files now. So
I haven't even looked at the Stinger in game yet, or actually in StarFab yet.
yeah,
Hold up the Paladin before the stream, but not the Stinger.
but we will. I mean, obviously, it's a
Oh, yeah.
priority. Getting the new ships. I mean, we want them in as much as the next person. I mean, I can tell you right now that myself and myself and VMXEO, we're always as eager to get the stuff into Fleet Viewer as the fans of Fleet Viewer are. Like, we usually are desperate to get it in. It just has to kind of fit, in our life and in the time we have and all that good stuff. And sometimes that is just not right away. But I promise you, it's prioritized and it is something we'll get to. I do see some questions, but I'll circle back to those, everybody.
I was gonna say we need at least a few days turnaround time.
Yeah,
can't have it done within a couple hours of the
yeah. So we're gonna talk a little bit about these other ships here. Maybe the PTU will play nice here shortly. So again, bear with me. But Atero Project, hello, hope you're doing well. Nice to see you. And by the way, everyone, thanks for those follows and support. I do appreciate it. We're going to talk about the Anvil Paladin. Initial thoughts on this one, VM, before I get into my thoughts. This is obviously the one that was, not a surprise at all. We knew it was coming. But yeah, what is your initial thinking about this one?
So I haven't had a real good look at it. However, it has a lot of pieces of ships I really like.
Yeah.
So it's got that overall vague Valkyrie-ish flow to it. I like the lower deck. It feels very much like the Hammerhead cockpit, which I actually really like.
Mm-hmm.
I like the flow to it. So what little I've seen, I love, for instance, the way the entry is kind of a combination of ground entry and airlock, and it goes right into the armory.
Which is really cool.
Yeah, that's a nice thing to it. So it has the feel of a small little, you can get a handful of your friends and go have a fun. That kind of ship.
Yeah.
You want to go do some bunkers, you want to hit ASD, you want to swing through a McDonald's, this is your ship.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, a lot of people, I remember asking, even just a few weeks ago, did we expect this ship to change much from the concept? Obviously, we didn't, and primarily because the concept was so new, and I think we're seeing that here. That it really retained its concept, look, and feel. So no big surprises there. Obviously, this is meant to compete with the Redeemer, doing that gunship role, but in a slightly different way. I think they did a fantastic job on the exterior. It's really an elevated look to Anvil ships in general, especially larger Anvil ships. I tell you, this ship really makes me hope they go back and do some work on the Carrack. One day. Like, the exterior of the Carrack is good, but it's a little plain Jane. I would love for them to do a detail pass on it. I don't think they'll do that because that doesn't seem to be the norm when they do these sort of gold passes on ships, to sort of give them a fresh coat of paint. But I really would love if they do it. There's just a lot of really nice features they're adding to Anvil ships that we didn't get with the Carrack. Just some of those finer texture differentiations and stuff across the hull, I think would be really, really, really cool. The Paladin is an interesting ship for me. I do like it. I think it's really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing these flying around in game. I don't know if this ship is for me, though. to be totally honest with you, I think the Asgard is still my go-to Anvil ship. Obviously, very different ship. It's a general purpose utility ship, not a gun ship like this. But the Paladin is kind of interesting to me. In many ways, it's sort of the baby version of the ship we're going to get at IAE, right? The Perseus. And while I'm excited for this ship, I do like this ship. I'm glad it's in game. I think it's a real step up for Anvil. For me, when the Perseus comes on board, it's going to, I guess that's going to be my gunship focus. Obviously, it's on a bigger scale, but not a crazy large crew as compared to a fully kitted Paladin. I think what's the Paladin, 4-person? Am I right on that?
I think you're right. Yeah, I think it's at least 4.
And the Perseus is 4 to 6. So again, it's an interesting balance. I could have seen the Paladin fit nicely into that 3-person crew role. But obviously they opted for a 4-person maximum. Or a 4-person optimal crew set for it. I think it should be one lower, but again, it may be that the Paladin just sort of, again, that age-old saying, punches above its weight class a bit. We did get a question I wanted to ask you, VM. Let me move some windows around here. Sorry, I'm juggling everyone since I restarted. That kind of threw me off here, so bear with me. But we've got a great turnout already, even with the quick restart. 136 on YouTube and 50 over on Twitch. So thank you, Bearded Brigand. Thank you for that follow. Appreciate you. Nugu84 resubscribe with Prime. Nugu, thank you very much for that resubscription. The support really helps. Rabbit says, question, if you, VMXEO, were to kit bash a Shiv, how would you do it differently?
Differently? Ooh.
Mm-hmm. How would you do it differently?
I'm a little bit put on the spot. I'd have to think that through. The problem is, a lot of what the kit bashing I would do are the changes they made from the Cutlass to the Shiv. Like, I love the engines on it. Not a fan of those front winglets, which I love how they took off. Beyond what they've already done with the Shiv, and I'd have to think more about this, I don't know what else I would do to the exterior.
Yeah.
I might have a little bit more fun with the interior.
Yeah.
But I need to actually look at it in game. I've actually got it pulled up here on my machine in StarFab, and I see a lot of little touches I do like. I love the thrown together look of the interior. So if you haven't seen the Shiv, they've got the cables running across the ground, few extra, plates. There's trash strewn about a few areas.
Yeah.
It looks like a really fun project to have created. Someone had fun making this. Yeah. So would I do anything differently? Maybe, but I'd have to think about it. I'd have to think about it.
It's an interesting one because if you're going for sort of a kit bash ship like this, that's supposed to sort of lean into that kit bash nature of like multiple manufacturers coming together, you sort of would think initially like, oh, I'm going to bring together. Actually, let me bring up the Shiv real quick since we're talking about it. You would kind of want to have manufacturers that sort of play off each other, but with Drake, I think they sort of picked the best manufacturers to sort of intertwine there. Misk and Anvil Aerospace, those manufacturers I think play really interestingly with Drake. Another possible contrasting one would have been maybe RSI, but again, I like where they went with it. I think for one, let's just talk about the engines. I love that they pulled sort of the Valkyrie engines. I think that was a win. I think that's sort of what they are, is like the Valkyrie engines. I don't know what it's pulling from Misk. Is it pulling from Misk those additional thrusters on the outside towards the front?
That's an excellent question. I have not seen any identifiable miss pieces on here.
Because it's got some thrusters here that stick off to the side,
Yeah.
which are really interesting. By the way, everyone, I'm gonna do something a little crazy to see if it fixes my game. I don't think it will, but I'm still having that problem, by the way. It just doesn't work. It keeps telling me to verify my game files. This is the most bizarre thing ever. But I'm gonna try something. We'll try something. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we'll see.
Now,
We'll
if we want to talk kit bashing,
see.
I would love to see, and this could, for instance, be a future, I'm pure conjecture here, future gray market ship where they kit bash a miss ship. So like a freelancer, for instance, with Drake parts, mixing that retro futuristic with the more worn Drake industrial look would, I think, give you a very Star Wars looking ship. I think you could have a lot of fun with that.
By the way, C Daddy CIG, nice to see you in chat. It was an amazing CitizenCon. Thanks to all the CIG people for putting together an awesome showcase of work that is coming to us. Obviously, very exciting. C Daddy says, yeah, those are MISC, those little thrusters there. Yeah, C Daddy, I'm having a little trouble getting onto the game. I was in the PTU just moments ago, and then when I tried to launch it on stream, I'm getting launcher errors, client errors, and some sort of verify. It keeps telling me just to verify stuff, so may not be able to get in. Maybe the PTU is just getting hammered right now. Again, it is opening night, so sometimes you just have to bear with things. Popular game right now. We got a question from Dark Lion Court. Says, since we get 3 new ships for CitizenCon, do you think we might get a new ship on 4.3.2, like a new salvage ship? Yeah, I mean, look, we still have a lot of time left in the year. Novel Pilot says, PTU servers are down at the moment. Cannot even get into my PTU account. Oh, so are they just down in general? Okay. Is anyone else in chat, and this goes for you as well, VMXEO, is anyone able to log into the PTU right now?
Let me find out.
No. Hirsch says no. Okay. Hirsch says no. So that's what happened. I of course, by the way, just deleted my entire PTU folder and just copied over my live folder and was going to re-update.
Oh, Grim, you broke Star Citizen for everyone.
This is called getting Star Citizened. Okay, this is what happens. Thank you for the follow, Sam of Sam's. Thank you for that follow. Thank you, Angry Angel, for the follow as well. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah, no one can log in. Okay, well, damn it, that answers the question. Okay, but you know what? I feel like that's good. Then it wasn't just me. But I do know that the moment I streamed the PTU, it would go down because that is how things work for me. So there you go. To answer your question, though, yes, I think there's still enough time in the year. We could get we could easily get a RSI Salvager. We could get other ships we're not thinking of. We still have that Sea Now medium ship. We still have the Drake Flappy Bird, whatever that is, which I'm now very convinced is a heavy Drake fighter. There is time left in the year. It's also important to remember that John Crew never said those ships were coming out this year. He said they were going in production this year. So that being said, I just want everyone to remember that those could technically still be a ways off. So hopefully not, but they could be. Got another couple of questions here since we're waiting. Yeah, go ahead.
I've got a question you just made me think of, actually. Yep. We all assumed the Flappy Bird was going to be a Drake ship. Do you think it might actually be another gray market Shiv?
I hope so. Damn, I'd love that. I'd really love that. I love what they're doing with this grays market thing. I'm fully behind this. I love the idea, the flexibility that this type of manufacturer gives them. So I would love for them to do that. Will they do it? I'm not, like lean into it and do other ships like that. I don't know. And if they did, would it be yet another would it be another sort of Drake focus ship? I don't know, but I would like it to be like that's what I prefer it to be is another grade
So
market ship or a
the
grade
reason I'm
market.
asking,
Yeah.
the reason that got me thinking is I want to say, and this ties into what Fingers just said, Kit Bash, that silhouette.
Yeah.
Someone did it. Was I believe it was Trishpone,
Yeah. Tristram.
and pointed out that the part of that silhouette looked like the command module of a caterpillar with
It
almost Corsair style wings.
Yeah, when I did my own analysis of it, and to be fair, um, Trispone did some really cool model stuff to sort of see, sort of speculate on what the model looked like. I didn't feel like there was much, if any, crossover between the Caterpillar command module and whatever that ship was. I was able to do some exposure variations on the image. It was super hard to see and did not show up on stream, but the exposure differentiations I did on it, the canopy glass is just very, very different from a command module. You know what it was very similar to, though? It was very similar to the Vulture's canopy.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was much more similar to the Vulture's canopy than anything else by Drake. And by default, I think you could say much closer to even something like the Mule's canopy. So
That forward slanted glass.
that forward
Interesting.
slanting vertical glass, yeah. Arbiter of Mankind says Jared said that they have an orange ship Argo that is coming in October in one of the monthly videos. When do you think that is coming? I don't know. We could still be getting an October patch, like towards the end of October. That could still be happening. It's very possible that CitizenCon like sits outside whatever the monthly cadence release was going to be for ships, right? That's still a thing. I mean, that's still that's still a very real possibility. So yeah, it's still a very real possibility. Real quick here, I'm grabbing. By the way, everyone,
Yeah.
apologies. I'm juggling some windows right now, so I can't see everything. The restarting the stream really screwed everything up for me. So sorry, bear with me. Yeah. Let's see here. Question from Hirsch says, yesterday you said you will react to a Reddit post I sent in, but in the end you sadly didn't. Will you answer for your crimes? Yes. Well, actually, I looked at the Reddit post, Hirsch, and it was, I think Ender sent it to me, and it was a lot of the stuff we were covering. It was essentially an outline of CitizenCon like expectations, right? That was the post that was sent to me, unless I had the wrong post or clicked on the wrong link, which is possible. Which is very possible.
We've assigned Grim a tier 2 crime stat.
Yeah. Sign me a crime stat. Apologies. Truth Seeker 69 says the main body of the Shiv, the body of the old model of the Cutlass. No, it's the new model of the Cutlass. It's the new model of the Cutlass, actually. It's just got a lot of parts and pieces removed. The old Cutlass had a very different canopy. Nail says, sorry, not to question, but wanted to tell you the Paladin has functioning control surfaces and atmosphere. Oh, that's cool. That's pretty sweet.
So it flies less like a brick and more like a brick with flaps.
Brick with wings, yeah.
There you go.
Let's see here. 1 second.
Speaking of, I wonder if how will the Valkyrie fly with control surfaces? That's one ship I love, but it flies like a brick in atmosphere. So,
yeah. Where on the flip side, I feel like the Asgard is pretty damn agile. So, yeah, I don't know. By the way, chat.
So basically, the answer to everything is Asgard.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. By the way, chat. Let me know if the PTU does pop back up, though. At any time.
Yeah, it's giving me grief. It's giving other people grief.
Yeah. Yeah. It must be just getting like hit super hard. So tech
really quick, I'm going to throw in a message. I'm keeping an eye on chat. They just did a full reset of the account copy system. So if They
You
said
probably
if
got
you've
it.
not successfully copied your account yet, please feel free to initiate another copy. That comes from Proxys.
Okay, I'm going to do that real fast, everybody. Bear with me here. Just let me get in on this really quick here. And we'll see. Hopefully we'll get this going, everybody. Hopefully we'll be able to get this going. Tektronic says, what do you think about the glaive being more expensive, about $50 than the Stinger? I don't totally know because I don't know how the Stinger performs. I know the Stinger's a heavy fighter. What's the glaive? I'm not sure what the glaive is. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm really not very familiar with the price structure of the Vandal ships and kind of where they sit. Just a second, everybody.
Great, I'm going to step away really quick. I gotta go grab my phone. It's not within reach, and of course, they want me to re-authenticate.
All good, all good. I'm just hoping this works at some point for me. Chat, I need you to send positive vibes your way to get this to work. I need to get them. I need to update the PTU. It's not updating yet for me, but hopefully soon. Hopefully soon.
Yeah, I just resent my account recopy, and it came back like almost instantly.
Oh, really?
Whether that's a good thing or not.
Like the email, or
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Let me see if it came back for me. Yep, mine says copied as well, but the PTU is still not saying updatable. What's the PTU we are on? Is this 4.3.3? Is that what the PTU is?
443 is what I have for PTU.
433. See, mine still says 432 because I hasn't updated my files yet because I deleted them, of course.
Let me see if I can get in.
Yeah, let me know. STARJUMP PTU is up, Dillman says. Okay, cool. Hopefully we'll get it going here in a second. Some more questions though while we're waiting. John Chase says, do you think the new type of PDC they mentioned in a vid a little bit ago is the anti-capital ship station turrets? Possibly. Possibly. I didn't think about that, but yeah, I could see that. I could see that being the case. Yep. I could see that being the case. That actually would make a lot of sense. That would make a lot of sense. The Super Shoe says, were any of the ships today silhouettes? No.
I don't think so.
No,
Yeah,
none
I
of them
don't
were
think so.
silhouettes, which is interesting in its own right. Dylan says, do you think we are getting weapons kits? I do, but I'm starting to think we're going to get those at IAE because they have I think there's more of a focus on selling at IAE. So it makes sense that the weapon kits would be at IAE. Again, I truly thought that was a CitizenCon thing, but obviously not. Obviously not. Let's see here. Question: how happy are you to see the old Drake MFD green MFDs return? I haven't seen them return yet. Having milk in games, so for me, they haven't returned yet. For me, they haven't returned at all. So unfortunately.
So I was able to log into PTU. I am at the system select screen, and it is broken.
It's broken. Okay. I still think it's like booting up. Like for me, for PTU, it doesn't even have like the newest, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't have. Are you sure though the PTU is 4.3.3 and not 4.3.2?
I am on 443.
443.
I should just grab a
Oh, the last four numbers. Oh, yes. Sorry. 443. Yes, 443. That's what I am. Let me try launching. Uh-oh. We may have contact here. By the way, everyone, if you did ask questions, I will get to those. Let's see here. Bear with me, everybody. We're gonna attempt it. We're gonna attempt it. See if this works. Bear with me, everybody. This does look like it's, well, I don't want to say it's working yet. We'll see. Bear with me.
If this works, I'll have my fancy Paladin flight suit from Citizen Compact.
Ooh, very, very nice. By the way, okay, there's that. Okay, hold on a second, everyone. I'm gonna see if this is indeed working. Just a second. I think it's working. I am gonna go to New Babbage, by the way. Okay, gonna switch this over. Let's hope for the best.
Are you able to pick a starting location?
I am, yeah.
Look at you.
Gonna confirm. Can you come on in?
I am still stuck at the no location available screen, so.
Okay. Oh, lordy, I'm in position Q174. Maybe try it again. Maybe try it again. Let's see here.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Stand by here, everyone. Ender may want to join the voice chat. Bear with me. All right. I'm in the queue, everyone. We're just waiting for the queue to tick down. And hopefully that is working here in a minute, and we'll be able to check this out. They did say 4.3.2 live next week. That's great to hear. I'm going to ask another question here. And Kasune says, do you think it's strange that there are no other ships for sale outside of these three? No. No, I don't. I really kind of thought this was going to have to come, to be honest with you. I think we're going to get a decent amount of ships at IAE, but also remember they're working on some really, really big ships, and at some point they've got to like pace themselves. You know what I mean? You got to think the Ironclads, Perseus, ships like the Starlancer build are probably still being worked on. Pioneer, I mean, Kraken, you know, the list goes on. And they even said things like the Merchantman may be going into production late next year. They're working on a lot of stuff. On the smaller ships, we're going to have to see a little bit of that cadence slow down a bit, right?
And I think some of it's, we're not getting concept ships anymore. We're getting straight to flyable. So
Yep.
We didn't get teased with any upcoming ships.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And there's still silhouette ships that need to be, there's still silhouette ships that need to be done. You know what I mean? And because of that, it's just going to be, I could see a little bit of a pullback. Because again, you got to remember, they're putting out a ship a year, right? They're putting essentially a ship a year, or not a ship a year, a ship a month out. A ship a year, that would be horrible, actually. Ship a ship a month out. And that's a lot. That's a lot. They've been pushing through a lot of ships this year. And as I've talked about on numerous shows, there is there's been a focus on variants and whole sort of like hull and roll variants this year, and I think a lot of that has to do with you know, with that workload that they're currently dealing with, that ship workload that they're currently dealing with, which, you know, as I just listed, is ships we don't know about, like the Consolidated Outland Medium ship, or at least what we think is the Drake Flappy Bird, whatever that is. The other Anvil ground vehicle, we've seen a silhouette of that. The Perseus is about to come out, but it'll probably been a hard push on the Perseus if I had to guess. And then a lot of other big ships that are going to start taking manpower. I mean, Everyone gets excited to hear about things like the Kraken coming or going into production, possibly the Merchantman later next year, possibly the the Ironclads rolling through production. 2 of them, by the way, 2 variants of that. At some point, we've got to see a little bit of a tapering of the amount of ships that come out. And I think 3 is plenty. Now, to be fair, the Stinger and the Shiv are existing assets, but still very cool ships. Arbiter says this ship, I'm still in the queue, by the way, everyone, 41 in the queue. Arbiter says,
am also in the queue now. I'm at 224.
Perfect. Arbiter says, this ship, the Shiv, and many older ships does not have VTOL functionality. How do you think CIG will handle the new flight model mechanics for ships like this that do not have VTOL functionality? I think they could add it. However, there also could be ships that are not supposed to have that VTOL functionality. I'm not sure exactly what the what the intent there is, but yeah, I'm not, again, not sure exactly what the intent is there. We'll have to see. I can't imagine it's that difficult for them to add VTOL capability. It's just adding it, right? 16 in the queue, everyone. 16 in the queue. Let's see here. What else have we got? Cosmic Troll says, question, how do you feel about the Stinger using light strike cannons instead of the bespoke Vandal guns the other Vandal ships have? Well, I, for one, think we're going to get an event centered around some of the stuff they talked about. And I think that event is going to be where you can get a captured Vandal Stinger. That's what I think is going to happen. I think we're going to get a captured Vandal Stinger, and I think that captured Vandal Stinger will be a one that has the bespoke weapons in it. So that's what I think. I could be wrong though. I could be wildly mistaken. So Ender is in voice chat.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome, buddy.
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
Happy Citizen Con Day.
Happy Citizen Con Day.
Ender, how you doing, buddy?
Doing pretty good. Excited about the Paladin. I'm 37 in the queue.
Nice.
We're
We're going to be in New Babbage for anyone wanting to come
I'm not
to
in
that
the
hangar.
streamer VIP queue, so I'm not, that fancy
Dude,
apparently.
Whoa, don't put me there.
I am in just the normal person queue. Gotta stand in line.
I'm probably not joining you guys' server though. For to be that high in the queue.
Yeah, I'm not sure. By the way, we will get back to some questions, everybody. For now, we're going to check out these ships. I should say, since they kind of mentioned it, I will say thanks to CIG. They threw all 3 new ships in my hangar so that we could check out on stream. So that's what we're going to do. Are y'all in my? Oh, that's interesting. Only those ships are in my hangar. Only, like literally, only those.
Wow.
Only
You
those.
will review these ships from an atlas.
Listen, damn it. You will be talking about these ships.
That's the only thing that they have for you to do now.
They like me, but only a little
They melted your entire hangar and got you these 3 ships. Your Kraken is gone.
Yeah. Yes. That's it. They said, Brian, don't worry. We melted all your shit and we just gave you what you have.
You don't need this.
It's okay. We got your wife's permission.
Yes, exactly. Now, are y'all able to friend invite me here? Like, are you able to add me as a friend through here?
I am still trying to connect to Dreamy Equilibrium according to the game server queue.
I have to get into the game. Once I get in the game, I'll friend invite you, and then I'll probably have to join on you.
Roger. But yes, 3 new ships this year for CitizenCon. While we're kind of getting our stuff together and I'm bringing up a ship, again, to everyone, I really enjoyed CitizenCon. I thought it was a great one. I thought it was a little bit more low-key, but someone in the stream the other day said this, and I think this is really true. While CIG didn't outright say it, this CitizenCon was more the kickoff for Star Citizen 5.0 for me. Now, I don't think they're going to go into the 5.0 code branch, but essentially It kind of was. They spent a lot of time introducing Nyx, and obviously Nyx is a huge focus. New gameplay and missions and stuff coming on board with Nyx. Planet Tech V5. There's going to be Nyx planets that come with Planet Tech V5. So it very much was a showcase of Nyx. Okay, so we have the Shiv up, and I got to tell you, this thing from an RP standpoint, which Ender knows I'm big on. From an RP standpoint, well, I know you are, but just speaking from my own opinion here, this ship is 100% my character's backstory ship. To
100%.
To a T.
This is the perfect ship for them to have created and put out, because this is your character. This is awesome.
You can tell this is a ship that this is like an old car that's been in someone's garage that they've done a lot of modifications to. You know what I mean? But it's not a jalopy. They do love it. There's been care and purpose put into some of the decisions. Is it the prettiest thing? No, but that's part of its charm. It's
very Star Wars. Probably the most Star Wars-esque ship.
Very Star Wars.
It's 100%.
Very Star Wars. Putting them. It's actually amazing putting those misc thrusters there with the Drake aesthetic really switched it into Star Wars land.
Look at all that greebling on the front too.
It's
in front of the
crazy amount. Yeah. How is the ramp back? Oh, cool. It's got the Drake style levers that's cool. All right, I'm venturing inside here. We'll take a look.
How long before we get a Grace Market Shiv steel?
That's a good question. It's a narrower cargo bay. Much narrower. There's definitely parts and pieces in here that don't look Drake, which is kind of interesting. I like that a lot. Fuse box. We'll go through the door here. We can see some of those Crusader weapon mounts here. There's Ender's Friend request. Accepted that. We got an engineering terminal over here. I actually really like the placement of everything in here. This is, oh my gosh, the toilet is a bucket.
Two buckets.
Oh my gosh.
Boy,
this is
230 NQ. I'll be in about an hour.
That's good, buddy. So I'm gonna tell you right now, this ship just won.
Bucket.
The bucket is a toilet. Oh, okay.
It's amazing. It's got 2 buckets.
Two buckets.
Yeah, that's incredible. Let me move my chat.
Stand on one to shit on the other one.
Yeah, that is amazing. Again, here's the thing. This is a bare bones ship. This is definitely a bare bones ship. Two-seater, which is nice. But this is a bare bones ship right here. I mean, there's not a lot to the interior, but for just a good get-around ship, I really like what I'm seeing here. Let's get that startup sequence. There's the old startup sequence. I like how it says Joker there on the MFD when it starts up. Let's do a little orbit around. Again,
it doesn't have a hacked ROM for the startup sequence.
I know.
Where are the 3 seashells, says John Chavez.
What does John say?
Where are the 3 seashells?
Oh. Oh man. I really like it. Here's the thing. It's ugly, but it's got a beauty to it.
I'd like to see the other paints for it. The paint is a little strange, but I still like the paint for it too.
Yeah. PTU, I don't have. I did buy the paint pack, but yeah, with the PTU, I don't have access to paint packs. Now, someone talked about the VTOLs. Now, these engines do not rotate like the Cutlass because there is no rotation now. They've been like hard welded. You can see how they're hard welded to that wing. Yeah, Lazy Donut says it perfectly here. It's just it's a beautiful, ugly ship.
Yeah. And
here's the thing. I'm really split when it comes to Star Citizen, and I know, Ender, you agree with me on this, where there's manufacturers that make really beautiful, like, precision design ships. I would put Crusader and RSI in there all day long. And then there's manufacturers like Argo, Drake, Gray's Market now that don't give a rat's ass about beauty, but their ships are stunning to the right people, like beautiful to the right people. You know, we've even heard Gavin Rothery say, yeah, they're not servicing the aesthetic
for everyone. They want it to be for that perfect one, right person. Yeah, this definitely hits that aesthetic hard.
I can tell that it has really nice sounds. I love how the gears go up. And this is the same as Cutlass, but I love how the gears come up and there's no like cowling, animated cowling. They just pull up. Again, this is the ship that like my character from an RP standpoint, and even if for those of you that don't RP, if that's not something you like, it's still nice sometimes to have a backstory idea of the type of character you're playing, right? Just so you're playing it the right way, even if you don't get into the full RP of it. This ship is to me the ship that my character would have had after they left the UEE, right? They served they did their service, their term of service. This is all they had after they got out, and then they slowly built up their fortune, you know what I mean, and rose up and became someone. But this would be that ship that they started with. I really dig it. There's just something about it. Here's something I do hope. I hope CIG doesn't make this the only Gray's Market ship, though. Now, we've seen that other Gray's Market ship that I think Paul Shelley showed it off. That was, it kind of looked like it's borrowed from the Hornet. It was more like a fighter-looking ship. Now, that could be another one. Maybe we'll see that soon. But I can tell you right now, and I know a lot of people were thinking the Shiv would be that Hornet sort of based fighter ship, but I was secretly hoping it was this. For those of you who wondered if this ship has been seen before, it has. In the Squadron 42, in the Squadron 40, like one of the early Squadron 42 previews, they did like a 360 orbit on two ships that had this like neon wiring around it. This was one of them. And also in the most recent Squadron 42 gameplay, accepting your friend invite, VM, in the most recent Squadron 42 gameplay video, they showed the headhunter shipjacker people leave one of these in EVA and, you know, attack another ship. So...
I remember you pointing them out at length both times that they showed them. You were like, this would be the perfect ship for me. Where is this ship? Well, here it is, bud.
There it is. And what I love that CIG did is if you look at the guns are also done up in the sort of Gray's Market fashion, which is really, really cool.
Yeah.
John Shave says,
somebody asked what... Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, somebody asked what the Gray's Market Idris would look like.
I tell you, though, you know what? It brings up a good point.
Would make it.
Here's the thing. It's an interesting question, though. You could look at it two ways. One way to look at it is we kind of have that with the Kraken Privateer. Remember, the Kraken Privateer is a Cousin Crow's modified Kraken. It's not a variant that Drake makes. It's technically Cousin Crow's, which is essentially a tuning shop. They did a full conversion, and they sell that as a conversion thing for the Privateer. Now, if the argument is like different parts and pieces, I think it's an interesting argument. Like, what if you had an Idris, but like slapped on it are some like giant Anvil engines or something? I think the only limiting factor we have with all that stuff now is we just don't have other capital ships to borrow from.
Yeah.
Right. But it is an interesting question. John Shave says, question, will the fighter you mentioned in the Gray's Market be the Gray's Market Shank? Yeah, it'd be kind of cool if it was called the Gray's Market Shank, the Hornet, the Hornet fighter, whatever it is. Now, one thing I wanted to look for with this ship, and I hope it has, but I didn't see it. Did it have weapons lockers? I can't remember.
It would be in the front of the ship. There was...
By the way, are y'all making your way to my hangar, or
I
Do we
had to
need to-
relog just so I could add you as friends. My account is
okay.
still messed up, but we're running with what we
Okay.
got.
I'm 13th in the queue.
Oh,
So
okay. Gotcha.
I'll get there. I'm not sure what.
For once, I was
planet
lucky.
you're
Okay,
on.
it does have weapons locker. Yeah, it does have weapons
Yeah.
lockers. Okay. Snowsuit locker? No suit locker. Okay. No suit locker. It's okay. By the way, did you guys see that? Is this not a suit locker? No, this could have been a... Oh, that's the old turret casing. So, did you guys see that with crafting, you're going to be able to put crafting stations when it comes out? Was it later this year? I think they said crafting coming in, the EPTU. We're going to be able to put crafting stations on any ship, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
That is very cool.
That is very cool.
Puts a little hope for that idea that you had with med beds being able
Yeah.
to go on ship,
Yeah.
but being limited by,
The power, which, believe it
Power.
or not, I have shifted my stance on that now. I
interesting.
am okay with that not being a thing. Before I thought it was a real missed opportunity. Now and seeing where they're taking medical gameplay,
Medical.
I can see dependencies being required for medical ships that aren't just the medical bed. There's things like med gel support and other systems and features that I think the medical ships will have and do have that can't just be plugged into the cargo bay. It's not to say you couldn't design it around that and couldn't do that, but seeing where CIG's going, I don't think that's going to be a thing. However, being able to put a crafting station in a ship makes me feel pretty good. So.
My 2 cents on that is, what if instead of full-blown tier med beds, we got stasis spots? So basically, if someone's in a bad state and they're about to die, you stick them in the pod and stabilize them until you can get them to a proper medical facility.
Yeah. All right, now I'm just going to say...
I'm sure we'll get something to that effect when we have bounty hunting comes. Ooh.
I'm just
Wow.
Those textures.
I'm just going to say, you guys, I'm real interested to see how StarFab handles the texture work. Yeah, that is slick. Those are some really nice metallic textures. Wow. Just so everyone knows, doing metallic textures is not the easiest thing in the world. To get them to look really hard surface and nice in a game. And they did a great job here. Man, the new Vandal design language is on point.
I love that cockpit bubble.
Yeah. Oh, and that's the bespoke weapon right there.
Yeah.
Damn, that thing is wild looking. Yeah, that thing is
Really is.
crazy. I was a
Can
little
you climb up on that wing?
Grim,
we can try it.
interior of that weapon reminds me of HR Geiger.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
this stuff is like full on. Oh, I love how the back opens up.
Very
thing is
biomechanical.
Very biomechanical. Yeah, I don't know if I can climb on this wing. Let's try it.
That's cool.
Let's see here.
I tried over there. I didn't quite
No.
make it.
Seems a little high. Yeah, this thing is real spindly. I do love the tech. Oh man, look at the interior entryway to this thing. And then there's the
look at
laydown
that.
seat. The red.
That interior fog effect coming in is just
Yeah.
Damn, this thing is... shit. Am I allowed to say this is awesome?
You are.
Oh, man. Oh, the sounds are cool. Lazy Donut says,
at
yes,
that
I can.
thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's cool.
No, I didn't see it. Does the interior have
Damn.
video racks, bays,
Yes.
storage?
There's 2 weapon racks on the right side, or one weapon rack for 2 weapons on the right side. And then your left side has your fuses.
Yeah,
Not a
Ender,
lot of space in here, though.
Ender, go in the cockpit of this thing. It is wild coming out.
Let me see if I can...
I don't know how one gets out of this. Maybe you can.
Right side or left side, there's an F.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Oh, wow.
Let me jump out real quick. If you want to hover for a second, feel free. Yeah, that
No,
thing
no,
is
that is
wicked.
just a wild way to get in there.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that thing is crazy.
Wow.
Chat, what do you think of this as
It's like a bug?
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I have never been interested in the Vandal ships, like the Scythe, the Blade, the Glaive. I've never really, to be honest with you, given a shit about them. Damn, this ship is nice.
Kind of is.
And this is a medium fighter, and is kind of supposed to be a brawler from what they said. So it's going to have really strong shields and is meant to sort of get in there and just sort of take a beating and keep fighting, which, believe it or not, is kind of the perfect...
I'm going to take off real quick.
Go ahead. Which is kind of the perfect sort of fighting style for me, Star Citizen. So
someone in chat, I think at G Cube, said the headlight is red, so I've got to see this.
Okay, turn it on. Now. Oh, it is very red.
I see red lights underneath facing.
Yeah, well, look
cool.
at the wall.
Oh shit! Yeah, wow.
You.
Damn. Yeah, that is very red. All right, that is very red.
That would not be at all ominous to be on a ground somewhere and just be bathed in red light all the time.
Oh, yeah. God.
That is intense. And I love the way the landing gears come out and look. That looks sweet.
Yeah, it feels very insect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those back legs look very insect-like.
Yeah, almost like they got like a carapace sort of cover around them. Yeah, you're 100% right. Very insecty, actually. Yeah. It's almost like you can even see the musculature. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
that's a good call out.
These look like muscles and tendons. Mm-hmm. Like it's.
Yeah, that's a great call out. It is very insect-like. And I agree, it is Geiger-like as well, with like maybe 10% more insect in it. It's really, really slick. I was a little disappointed that they didn't announce that the other Vandal ships were going to get their texture updates, but it's possible when we get Nyx, which, by the way, everyone, we're getting Nyx and freaking the next patch. Tell me how cool that is.
So excited.
When we get those Vandal raids in Nyx, if those Vandal raids are made up of blades and scythes and glaives and all that stuff, we could get those textures added to the game.
I think the wing is just too steep.
Too steep, yeah.
Ender, by the way, I am finally in game. If you want to throw me a party invite, I will join this party.
Yep, resending.
We'll leave the Stinger up for a minute here, VM, and then we can bring up the Shiv again here after a minute. We'll bring up the Paladin as well. Now, the only ship I got so far this year was the Shiv. I melted my Spirit for it, which didn't feel great. I do love the Spirit. I really do think the Spirit is one of the best sort of advanced entry-level ships in the game. But
for you not to get the Shiv.
Yeah.
If you hadn't have got it, I would have been a little upset at you because
I appreciate
it's the
that.
perfect ship.
Yeah, I think so too.
I hate to hear that you got rid of the Spirit, but I have a Spirit. I have two, I think.
Yeah, I can fly in yours. You got a Paladin as well. So
I have a Paladin.
Cosmic Turtle says, do you think we'll get an FAA ticket with the Stinger and F7A both outclassed FFC? Well, I do think this is the Asperia Stinger. I do think we'll get a captured Vandal Stinger in some sort of event. The other thing is, here's a question for you. This is a heavy fighter. Obviously, we haven't seen how this thing performs in combat. Thrakazak, thank you very much, says the Stinger Q&A says no new skins for other Vandal ships until Squadron 42, so they are making a deliberate effort to hold off on those. Okay, I actually... It's a little disappointing, but I will say I don't mind them holding on to some stuff. I am very convinced Squadron 42's next year, and they do need to have some things to release along with it that make us excited. So, all I'm saying, CG, is or CIG, if you're listening, C Daddy, CIG, I don't know if you're still in here, but whoever's watching, we need those new Idris and Javelin exteriors to come to those ships when Squadron launches. That's all I'm saying. The current Idris is in desperate need of, of updating. Walker Bait, yes, all I have are the 3 new ships that CIG gave my account and the ATLS as well. So that's why you're seeing that. There's obviously an issue. VM, where are you at? Are you in yet?
I'm in the lobby because for some odd reason I'm not getting any party invites.
I sent one.
Oh,
I know you did. I know, and I'm not getting it. So if you just want to swing by the lobby, I'll just follow you back into the hangar. How does that sound?
we can do that.
Here, actually, do this. Grim, I'm going to make you party leader. See if you can get his invite.
Okay.
See if he gets yours.
Okay.
Grim. How do I make him channels party? Well,
I think
make
you...
this leader. There you go. You're the leader now.
All right,
Shoot
inviting to party. See if you got that.
Oh, I just got. There we go. I did get the invite, but I did get a notification that the party invite timed out. So.
Okay. We'll leave the Stinger up here. Come check out the Stinger. Then we'll bring up the Paladin, and then we will check out the Shiv again. Now, Ender, you have a Paladin, right? Have you checked it out yet?
I have not.
Yeah. This is the first time I'm seeing these as well.
I came over here, but I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to come over and see it with Grim.
Yeah. Appreciate that. I haven't seen him yet either. It's my first time. Thrakazog says, to be clear, the Q&A says replicas. So the ones we own, NPC raider ships, maybe the new versions. Yeah, they could be. They could be, yeah.
Yeah.
You mean the old design of the Asperies? Yeah, they could be. Those old versions could be staying in as the replica. I don't think that's the case, though. I think they're just going to be doing a texture update. Socially Confused asks a question I do want to address here. He says, what do you think of the cross-system cargo missions? I really like them. I do like cargo running. Being able to run cargo missions across multiple star systems is going to be awesome. It did sound like CIG really wanted to put effort back into Hull C mission running or cargo running, and I'm glad to hear that because that ship's had some problems. So, VMXEO, what's your thoughts?
This thing is a work of art.
Yeah,
this thing is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how StarFab handles what we're seeing here. It's gonna be cool.
Kudos to whoever worked on this.
Yeah, and we do know this has been in the game in Squadron for quite a while. Obviously, they could have made some updates, but yeah. Are we ready to? You guys, let me know when we're ready to pull up the next ship.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go, everybody. We're gonna pull up the Anvil Paladin, the new star of the sitcom show. Here we go. Bring it up. Thank you, Omarki, by the way. Appreciate that. Ryusuki. God, I'm terrible with names. Thank you very much. Hirsch told me to hydrate. I just hydrated. Thank you very much. And Mufasa rated with a party of 7 viewers. How did I miss that? Mufasa, are you still in chat? I apologize about that. Salute to you, buddy. I did not see that raid alert come in.
It didn't pop up. I didn't see it either.
That is weird.
Is that supposed to be a Paladin?
It's supposed to be.
Interesting.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is going real good. Oh, it did pop up. Citizen Kilroy says it popped up. Man, I must have had it behind a window. Mufasa, thank you very much, buddy. Thank you for bringing your community over here, supporting and doing the raid. I really appreciate that. You are a legend. Thank you very, very much for doing that, man. Okay, let me send the Stinger back down. Mufasa, what did you get up to in your stream today? Checking out the new ships, I imagine? Yes, everyone, this is the Anvil Paladin. It's a new ship. It's only been, okay, still not going down. Let's try this again, everybody. Yeah, CIG gave me the first look at the Anvil Paladin. I was really lucky. There it is, and there it goes.
The Anvil Paladin, huh?
Yep. That's new. It's new and it's sexy. Okay, everyone, let's see if this brings it up. Yeah, this is it. All right, everybody, we are about to look at the Anvil Paladin. Kind of a first look, first impression here. Obviously, give more detailed opinions on all these ships at some point. And for some reason, the roof open. That's a little concerning. You see what I mean? How the exterior detail on the Anvil ships has just like been upped quite a bit. Like the Carrack really needs this level of detail pass.
It does. It really, really does.
I love the missiles on the outside.
We are seeing a lot more visual complexity on most of the newer ships, and I'm almost wondering if they're budgeting in more visual detail for ships now because they can.
Yeah, I mean, if you pull up the Carrack again, like you check out the Carrack again, which let's go ahead and say is one of the premier Anvil ships. It doesn't have anywhere near this level of detail.
No,
like
close.
Not even anywhere close. And to be honest, the Carrack's pretty old at this point, but I mean, it just shows you how much their game has been upped. All right, gentlemen, let's check out the interior.
After you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Does it stand higher than the Asgard? Yeah, it looks like it does to me. Socially confused. Yeah, it does look like it stands a little bit higher. So we got suit lockers, weapons lockers right next to the door. I think Art is going to like this ship. I don't know if Art's watching right now, but I think Art's going to like this ship a lot.
You know, forgive me, I'm channeling my inner morphologist at the moment, but look at the change in lighting here, signifying a much more cozy, intimate space for the, see, like the warmer armor lockers and lockers.
Now, what we would
really
need to
sets
do,
out the purpose.
Mufasa says, was talking tech about how instancing will work more under the hood, its effects in social spaces and dynamic meshing. Yeah, the instancing stuff is stuff I've talked about recently, especially in regards to fleet battles. I know there was some initial negative reaction to it, but I ultimately think instancing is going to be good for the game. I think it's going to allow some of the things like big fleet battles to happen. You know, for example, our very own Starlet, I'd love to know what she thinks. Oh, cool, we have a little Jeffrey tube here. What I would be curious to see what Starlet thinks, because she really wanted fleet battles and was concerned about server meshing performance being able to keep up with that. And I think with instancing, that's a real possibility. Man, this thing's got a really interesting double-decker bridge thing. Okay, we do have a fire hydrant on the lower level bridge. And I tell you, on ships now, I'm looking where the fire hydrants are more and more.
It's one of the first things I make sure to look for. Yeah. It's interesting that only on the first deck so far.
Yeah, so I found 2 down there. Oh, here's a third one right by the table. Right by the eating table right here.
Yeah. There it is.
That's a really cool little eating area. I like that a lot. Definitely.
This is a lot more than I expected to see on this.
Yeah, it's a big it's a pretty sizable ship. Okay, the mirror does work in the bathroom, by the way, everybody. The mirror does work in the bathroom.
What?
Alright. I am curious to see engineering.
Wow.
Got an engineering terminal. Did they put a fire hydrant in engineering? I keep seeing CIG not put fire hydrants in engineering, and it bothers me. I don't see one in engineering. Why?
You would think it would be the first thing. Like,
I know.
It should be the first thing they think of.
I know. I love.
But if there's a fire here, now I have to run over here.
Yeah,
put it out.
It's a peculiar decision I've noticed them do on some ships. Move. Okay, here's a crew room. Okay, a little bunk room. Still cozy. I like it. It's got some cool vibes. Yeah.
Very cozy.
It follows that sort of Carrack design language too, where when you walk into the room, you step down and into the space, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and summon my inner morphologist. As you come in, the architectural design really heightens the space here by allowing you to walk down. Okay, I fucked up.
You got it all fucked up there.
Wow, he did a better morphologist than I did.
Yeah, more for me, friends. He knows I'm kidding. Rage One, hope you're doing well. Salute to you, buddy. Yeah, I really like the space here. This is just general habitation here. Yeah, this is cool. I dig this a lot. Are these lockers? Yep, open storage lockers. Yeah, I dig this a lot. How does the bridge look? Let's look at the main bridge. Okay, so we come in.
I'm a big fan of the bridge. All right, so you got remote turret.
Jeffrey's tube. A lot of step downs and step ups, but doesn't bother me. It looks pretty cool. Computer space. Thank you, Kaboom. I appreciate that. Sit in the old pilot seat here. Let's start her up. Let's hear what it sounds like. Oh, damn.
Okay. Remote turret is...
Yeah, we can see it spinning.
Jarring. The view is very jarring.
Because it's that, yeah, it's that sideways view. There was some word somewhere, I can't remember where I read it, that they were reworking the Galaxy's side lane turrets to be different. I wonder if it's because of that reason. Damn, this thing looks really aggressive from the exterior. It looks fantastic. The exterior texture work, I mean, it's a real step up for Anvil. And I'll tell you what ship is going to benefit a lot from this is the Liberator. The Liberator's got a bit of a plain featureless look to it, but I think with what CIG is doing with greebling, decal work and stuff, it's going to be great news for Liberator owners.
Well, that's interesting. This won't fire backwards.
It's
but it will fire forwards.
What is deploy? Is that the... Oh yeah, that's the shield. I just closed the shield. That's pretty cool. Let's open that up here. There is the shield opening up. Man, that is really cool.
God dang.
Turret seems pretty nasty.
Deploy the upper and lower shields separately.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
That primary quad turret is able to sling under the ship as well by sliding on the rail, which is really cool.
Oh, I missed that.
Very Scorpius. Yep. It's got the rail system just like the Scorpius, so it can sling under the ship. Kaboom says, I will just resubscribe for that. Thank you very much. I will, you know what? I need to start working on all my impressions of content creators. I'll get impressions going for all of them. Oh, Marky, by the way, thank you for that follow. Appreciate you. I'll get one for Board Gamer, Morph, Execute, Algrid. I'll do all of them. Well. Erad.
Let's see that going really well.
Yeah, it'll go really well. I'll be.
Start with your impression of me.
I'll be able to do you. Don't worry about that. I've got a good impression of you going.
I like the up and down look of this. I really like this ship.
I do too. It looks really nice. I love the big decals they're putting on ships now with the ship's name. They did it with the Polaris. They've done it with other ships, but I feel like the Polaris was the one that really leaned into it. And now we're seeing it with a lot of ships. Even smaller ships like the Intrepid, where, you know, they paid attention to where they put that brand decal on there. We knew CIG was working on the brand, was kind of putting more into the brand design language of, you know, of a lot of these manufacturers. And I love, for example, on the side here, the big Paladin. That's just, it looks fantastic.
It just makes me wish we had proper ship names for more ships.
Yeah. Well, we do know they're reworking that system, right? I'm gonna lift off real quick, see what it feels like when it's. It feels pretty spry.
Yeah, I'm excited to fly this thing.
Yeah, it's it feels good. It's got nice big hardy landing gears. Kaboom. There we go. That's a little. The engines are real intense.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Yeah, I mean this ship's gonna be very popular. It's a winner.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's nice exterior, nice interior, good armament, good internal layout. Actually, yeah. I mean, there's not a lot to not love with this ship. I don't. I feel like this is a bit of a step up from the Redeemer too. I mean, I know they're playing the same role, doing it differently, but I think this is a step up for sure. So like, if the Redeemer is a gunship, then you would step up to this from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. The exterior looks fantastic. I don't know what it is, but the ship team members, when they started working on the Polaris, something happened where they just started taking exteriors to a whole new level. Sorry, VM, did I cut you off there?
No, not at all.
Yeah, it just looks
I was
fantastic.
about to add to it that, yeah, you're right. The greebling, the palm detailing, and especially the layering on ships like Anvil ships, just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, yeah, it's just, the Polaris is where we first saw this like new attention to detail on the exteriors, and again, we're seeing that here. It's not even just decals too. It's like panel line work, sub panels, layering of different panels. Like for example,
wiring harnesses.
Yeah, wiring harnesses, all that stuff. Like for example, the Carrack absolutely could use some of this panel layering that this ship has. They just really nailed it. They did a fantastic job. Ultimately, I think this is going to be one of the most popular ships for a while, just because of its size, its armament, what it brings to the table. Obviously, the only thing that would have brought this ship over the line and turned it into truly a showstopper is if it had the ability to take a small vehicle. But again, that really is where you're graduating up to larger ships like the Perseus and stuff. But I think they nailed this.
I am that much more excited for the Liberator now.
Yeah, yeah. Do we want to bring the Shiv up? I'll bring the Shiv now. You haven't seen that yet, right, VM?
Oh, yeah, we can bring it up real quickly.
Let's do that. Everyone in chat, what is your favorite ship so far? Out of the 3 that CIG released this CitizenCon, what is your favorite one? The Paladin, the Stinger, or the Shiv? Let us know in chat. I'm still going with the Shiv, but that's more of a personal preference. I would say that the Paladin is really another one of those ships that just kind of like, damn, you can tell the ship team really swung and connected, just in terms of exterior, interior, artwork, all that kind of stuff. Art, design, function, layout, all that stuff is really great. I think they swung for the fences there and they connected. The Stinger, I truly do look as a holdover ship, obviously from Squadron. I guess the Shiv would be there too. So yeah, Paladin's definitely the winner. But just from a personal standpoint, I would say the Shiv is the one I'm most excited for. So, all right, the Shiv is up, VM. Yeah, I just really dig it. I don't know. It's something about. I really love the weaponry on the Shiv and the way it looks. Man, I love they did like a fine mesh covering on those top turrets. It looks incredible. Try zooming in on that when you can. Dayron says, question, with Gray's Market being a new manufacturer, will you be making a video on possible kit bashes they could make with them? Well, yeah, it's possible. It's very possible. We got to get a new manufacturer into Fleet Viewer, I know that. I wonder if Gray's Market has a logo. I don't know if they do.
I know where we can find out.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's just... Man, the detail on this ship is really great. What's your impressions here, VM, of the Shiv?
I love it. Again, this ship, the detail on this ship went way harder than what we usually get. So
Yeah.
amazing. There's what I like specifically about this is, again, we don't just have different manufacturers kit bashed together. There's a lot of materials and textures that are all kind of represented here. It works together, but there is a lot going on.
A lot going on. And it's pretty well balanced. But one thing I really love, small detail, right on the side of those quad turrets. You zoom in on them, you see that like fine metal mesh? I love that.
This is this part of the thrust right here I recognize from the Freelancer. That's where I've seen it. That's the miss part we were looking for.
Yep.
Now I've got it. All right.
Yeah, and that's what C Daddy was confirming. I wonder if that is... No, it's not an external ground fuel port. But yeah, no, I really dig this ship.
It's also got a very weathered default paint to it, which I like.
Yeah, very
I'd
weathered.
be curious to see how it looks after a few months in the verse.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree. Socially Confused says, StarJump Grim, could you test the light? The headlights? I can definitely test the headlights. Let's try them out. Let's try them out. There we go.
They're green.
Yep.
I love the green.
They're green. There we go. That is pretty cool.
This thing's got an interesting startup sound.
Yeah, it does. It's got a really wild startup sound.
It's a little spastic. It might want to blow up, and it yeah,
it's really cool. You know what would have? Go ahead. Andrew.
I like the way the ramp sounds when it goes up and down. It sounds very ready to fall apart.
Yeah.
The only thing I think that would have really taken this ship to the next level that I think would have been cool, especially with this being a ship of this nature, would have been, by the way, CIG, I think we do have some clipping right here. It looks like the, let's see. Oh, no, it's just made like that. Never mind. It would have been nice, it's in here, there was just a ladder that went out to roof access on this ship. I think that would have been really cool. Sort of some accessibility options for it.
And maybe some storage or shelving. So this is going to be a ship you're going to want to decorate with a bunch of bric-a-brac that you find around the universe.
Yeah, that's something I wish CIG would have addressed again, was the decorator mode and when we're going to get that. I know it's primarily for base building, but they said you're going to be able to do it in your ships, and I would have loved to have seen an update to that, when we're going to get it. This is definitely the ship you're going to be seeing sitting on the deck of my Kraken, I'm just going to say. I did see a question from Charlie McAwesome. Might be a pain, but could you test stack some boxes? The cargo is going to be why this is the new daily driver. I don't think I have any boxes in storage, but I can look to see if I have any. Let me check. I don't know if I have any.
Sadly, my pirate pack gear did not come over, but
yeah, I love that you can sit on the toilet.
I know. It's really cool. Okay, what do we have? We do have, I do have that damn, what do you call it, that fish tank. No boxes, but I do have the fish tank. Elevator overlay. Really, I can't do the fish tank over? Oh gosh. Yeah, I don't think we have a box right now that I can load in here. Small enough for the damn elevator. You could still get a vehicle in here though, like a small vehicle, right? Some pulses. A dragonfly would definitely fit in here. Dragonfly would be a nice like fit for this ship. It's actually very well considered for dragonfly. Is it? Let's see. This is kind of cool. VM, you might find this interesting. There's some bars in the internal here that if you look up, they just sort of look like they were cut off. You see that? The steel
You're
pieces.
right.
It does.
That is kind of wild, yeah. I love that.
Tetanus.
Yeah. A little tetanus. Oh, that's a good name. That's a good name for this ship. Ender, I think you've won the ship name contest tonight. The tetanus. Damn it. I'm gonna have to lock that one down somehow.
It's yours. It's yours.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think you nailed it earlier, though, VM, when you said it was just a very Star Wars-looking ship. It is a very Star Wars-looking ship. I could see this thing being, like, sitting at the Junker station in Tatooine, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Or Jakku, or any of those type of planets. Yeah, I dig it a lot. I dig it a lot. Real quick here. We have a good little crowd tonight. 77 over on Twitch and 242 on YouTube. You know what I say we do, boys? Let's send this down. Let's pull the Paladin back up and take the Paladin on a test flight. What do you all think?
I'm down.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
All right.
I'm a little sad my Paladin armor didn't make it in the account recopy,
I
but
know,
you know.
mine didn't either. All right, we all off the lift? Okay. It does look a little bit like the Mandalorian ship, I agree. It's got a little bit of that flavor, right? So you're moving that ship to... Is it moving to storage? Yep. And here's the thing to remember, everyone. It is October 12th. Usually IAE falls in mid-November, if I'm not... Well, actually more late November, if I'm not mistaken, right? Because isn't it around Thanksgiving? We don't have long to wait, is where I'm going, for the next big event, the next big sales opportunity, and, of course, the RSI Perseus. Obviously, a lot of people excited about the Perseus right around the corner. Parker XGPS says... Question, do you think selling the Shiv makes it less likely we can jalopy our own ships with the repair system? I don't know. I think that still could be a thing. I will say this, though. If CIG is ever going to put in some sort of, like, jalopy system where you can sort of kit bash your own ships, I see that being in an expansion pack later, like, post 1.0. You know what I mean? It'll be a focused expansion pack around such features. All right, boys. Are we ready to do a test flight in the Paladin?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
All right. Who wants to pilot?
I think we can let you pilot.
All right.
Well, you can do
Ender,
it too. Either way.
Ender, why don't you pilot it since you own it? VM, what role do you want? Why don't you grab that main turret?
I'm gonna... Yeah, I can do that.
I'm gonna grab the co-pilot seat here.
Main turret, by the way, is from the co-pilot seat, I believe.
Then I will get
That's
out
okay.
of
That's
the
okay. I was
co-pilot
gonna grab a remote
Okay.
turret downstairs.
Okay. All right. Okay, power off. Let's see. Okay, deploy, enter remote turret, power off. So, okay, enter remote turret. There we go. All some reason I just got out of the seat. That's real smart when we're about to take off. I will call for ATC. We are in Microtech. I believe it is daytime as well, so we should be able to get some just nice flying in and around the area. We don't have to go crazy far, but we can just sort of check out how things are. All right, new Babbage ATC.
There's that startup.
Hangar request complete.
There we go.
Yeah, I was having a little bit of a weird thing. All right, doors above us are open. Oh, beautiful. Look at that sunset, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That is a crazy sunset.
Oof.
Let's get a little punch when those engines hit.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a really interesting sound. Okay, let's enter the remote turret. The turret slews pretty quickly. I mean, you can move it around. I would say it's more.
Yeah, it's speedy.
Quite a bit snappier than I thought, for sure. Parker XGPS says the Genesis Planetech V5 looks beautiful. I would even go further than that, Parker, and say it looked like a different game. The new planets, using the new Planetech V5 for Nyx, it looked like a different game. It looked like on par with the best environments I've seen in any game. And I'm really happy to hear that they're going to roll those out to Stanton and Pyro 2. Obviously, Nyx 1 is the first Genesis developed planet. I'm really excited though, because remember those beautiful planets that we saw, and that's where we're gonna be able to build our bases and our empires in those environments. And the fact that they look so fantastic is really encouraging. I think CIG has nailed Planetech V5. Yeah, I mean we're moving at a pretty good clip here.
I personally hope that in addition to the 5 planned systems, Planetech will let us have some more unexplored systems, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
Just some open planets that we can settle on or explore.
I agree.
No major landing zones, but something to fly through.
Yeah, I think another one they could do is literally do a really huge asteroid ring that goes around like the outer ring of a system. So it's really big. The asteroid ring goes all the way around, and within there are tons of like little planetoids and stuff. That'd be cool. Even if it was an existing system, that you could explore that asteroid ring, find minerals, find abandoned bases, all that kind of stuff would be really cool. As a stepping stone to like a completely unexplored system. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It seems to, I mean, you got out of atmosphere pretty quick.
It has some get up and go when you're climbing, for sure.
Yeah. She's a girthy girl. She looks great. Man, look at that detail on the bottom of the ship. Damn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is really cool. This to me is like, I'd want to go into battle with this more than I would like a hammerhead or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
for like small fighters and stuff.
And deploy out of
Yeah.
air, yeah, space and ground.
Why is the remote turret is not firing for me? Are we in armistice?
Oh. Nope.
We're
not in
sorry.
the
Yeah,
mode
we're in
for it.
quantum. We're quantum nav mode or whatever. Yeah.
Do it now.
Oh, damn. That thing is crazy.
I love that I only have one gun to shoot personally because you are in the top and V is in the
I know.
side. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, it is cool. What is the button to do to bring the turret underneath?
I think it's down.
Hey, Starlet, hope you're well.
Starlet, it was down for me.
Starlet?
Down?
Just
Down
yeah,
arrow.
down arrow.
No. Oh, yep.
Yep.
Yep, it works. Very cool. Starlet, I hope you're well. Everyone give STARJUMP Starlet a little salute. We are checking out the Paladin right now. Man, this thing is brutal.
We might have to in a later stream try out some of the missions. Was it ghillie missions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah, this thing looks incredible. Ender, as someone who owns a Paladin, what is your review of the Paladin so far?
Definitely want to take
that's
this
cool.
thing into battle. This thing is, I mean, a beast. That was pretty cool looking too.
Yeah, it was. Well, that's the other thing, is that with what we saw coming from Nyx, including those tactical fleet battles and all that kind of crazy shit, it looks like we're going to get ample testing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ample testing to try out this ship in like a combat scenario.
I mean, this thing just has get up and go for days.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really interesting ship. I'm yeah. They did just such a great job on the design.
Yeah. And they made it feel powerful too.
Yeah. Curious to like how you can stand right up here. Yeah, it's very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I think they did just a fantastic job. I really do. Now, that's my other question. Now, where are the remote turret stations?
Those are the seats down below.
Oh, the two seats down below. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yep.
I almost forgot about those two seats underneath, yeah.
Yeah, hello. It's quite the view down here.
It is. Oh, very nice. Yeah, it's really cool. While we're flying for a second here, I want to pop back over to my question sheet here. A couple of questions we didn't get to earlier. Cosmic Turtle says, how do you feel about the Stinger using light strike cannons instead of the bespoke Vandal? We answered that one, I think, already. Hirsch says, what's your opinion on the Mauler we saw at CitizenCon? Well, obviously, that I talked about that on a previous stream. That is a Vandal capital ship, possibly a destroyer, so the Vandal destroyer. We think it's around javelin length, so 480, 500 meters, something like that. I'm really excited for it. I think I can speak for VMXEO as well, that we're excited for it to hit the game files so that we can get it into Fleet Viewer and check it out more properly. But yeah, I'm really excited about it. Seeing the Vandal have that level of presence in a system, I think will make the verse feel a little bit more connected to the Squadron 42 universe. You know what I mean? Just because we're starting to see some of the familiar other, the other races and stuff like that. It doesn't seem like it's just players versus players all the time. We're going to really have a new foe that's not just pirates or bad guys. You know what I mean? It's going to be the true bad guys of Star Citizen, the true bad guys, quote unquote, of Squadron 42. So it'll be nice to see the Vandal. Lone Star says the Shiv shows ballistic Gatling guns from Redacted. What upcoming Misk, Anvil, or Drake ship could these guns be from? I don't know. Actually, yeah, I did say that on the ship page. I don't totally know. Real quick though.
Is it possible that it's quote unquote redacted because they're kind of more thrown together?
Possibly. I'm actually gonna look up. Did we? Hold on a minute, everybody. I'm gonna look something up that I'm very familiar about that I did not hear about today. I'm gonna move this over. Okay, and while we're flying here, I am going to go to Referral program. Did they reveal, because they were supposed to, did they reveal what the redacted ship was today? Did anyone hear anything about that? No, they did not. It still says redacted and just says unannounced vehicle. Originally, that was said that it was going to be revealed at CitizenCon, which is kind of interesting. That means it wasn't revealed at CitizenCon, so I wonder what the deal is there. Did anyone hear about that? Did anyone ask a question to any of the CIG folks that were in person? I'd be curious to know why they took that off. Because it once said underneath here, it said that it would be revealed at CitizenCon. Yeah, and they quite possibly changed it, but I was just curious. Did CIG say which CitizenCon? No, that's true. They didn't say which CitizenCon, but yeah.
Grim, I hate to do this. It's past my bedtime here.
All good,
I actually
buddy. Yeah, I'll be wrapping up
be off,
myself
but
soon.
this has been amazing.
Yep.
And I think we definitely have more to talk about tomorrow.
I do too. Yeah. Ender, final thoughts on the Paladin before we wrap up tonight, my good friend.
Love this thing. Love it quite a bit. Fun to fly, powerful, and it feels strong. Not just in flight, but also with the guns and the armor. Feels good.
I agree. I mean, I think, again, I stand by what I was saying. I think CIG nailed it on the Paladin in terms of all the feels. It's definitely, they put a lot of work and effort into it. I do like how much they stuck to the concept of it. So kudos there. I think it's probably the showstopper for this CitizenCon. Of course, like I said, personally, I love the Shiv. It's just scratching that itch, but I think it doesn't take much to recognize the work that went into the Paladin. It's going to be a popular ship, I can already tell. VM, thank you very much tonight, buddy. Appreciate you. Got a couple more questions I want to hit before we head out for the night. Actually, just one. We got a final question from Xander. Says, Grim, have you gotten the chance to try out the new AKAR and LMG? Incredibly overpowered, mowed down the entire ASD facility solo. No, I haven't tried them out. You're talking about the new LMG and the new AKAR that fires. I heard the new AK fires like a ballistic round, then an energy round, then a ballistic. Like it keeps flip flopping. Is that true? Either way, it looked crazy. I haven't tried it out yet. I've heard some people say that it's pretty overpowered and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. That being said, everyone, tomorrow night I'll be doing my more detailed breakdown of CitizenCon announcements. I am going to rewatch CitizenCon so that I can properly talk about it. And it'll be open for anyone to come on and say what you think about the CitizenCon announcements, stuff outside the ships, for example, the gameplay stuff, the Planet Tech B5 stuff, all that craziness. We'll be going in depth on and talking about. Ender, it was great to check out these ships with you, brother.
Do you mind if I mention the thing one time?
No, please go ahead.
So for anybody not aware, I'm going through a move, a divorce, a lot of stuff, and I've been without a job for the last 2 months. So I've set up a GoFundMe because I need to move, and I have no way of doing it without money. If you can donate, do it. If it's going to break your bank, please don't. I don't want anybody else to be in dire straits because of me. If you can donate, though, I appreciate it a ton. And yeah, that's all I got.
Well said.
Grim, thanks for having me on.
Anytime, brother. GoFundMe down in the channel there. Everyone, make sure to help out if you can. I just appreciate it. Ender does a lot of work for charity and St. Jude, and it's nice to be able to turn that back to him and help him out when he is in need. So make sure you do that if you can. Hope everyone had a great CitizenCon today. It was especially hectic for me. I need to rewatch the entire presentation because I only caught about 80% of it or 60%. So, because it's my kid's birthday. By the way, tomorrow, everyone, I will have some giveaways. I have a CitizenCon goodies pack that I'll be giving away. I have a couple of patch bundles that I'll be giving away. I don't know if CIG is going to give me any ships to give away. If they do, I would imagine it would be the Shiv, the cheapest of them. But so I'm not sure if they're sending anything like that out for creators for CitizenCon. If they don't, no worries. I got that other stuff to give away, and we will give it away. I'm going to raid a friend tonight who popped in the channel the other night. I want to do a big thank you, though, to everyone in Twitch who came to hang out. Everyone on YouTube. We had over 200 people in YouTube. YouTube community's blowing it up. Really appreciate it. Twitch community showing up as well. Very strong. So thank you very much. I'm going to send it over to my good buddy Papa Juggernaut. Make sure you give him some STARJUMP love. He popped in chat the other day, and it was nice to see him. He's a really nice guy. So there you go. Papa Juggernaut, give him some STARJUMP love. Everyone, have a great night. As Ender says, do something kind for a stranger. I'm going to start the raid now. I'm going to do the 10-second countdown, and I'll just awkwardly stand here as I wait for those 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Everyone, have a great night.